Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, gentlemen. Hey, hey, hey. All right. Holy pump. Yeah, we're looking bullish, boys. 400. So off the opening print price here, 289. 110 points high already the first couple minutes. Oh my word. Our only job is to find a spot for this to come back to, right? Like, that's our only job right now. Let's find a spot where this makes sense to retry. EMA's already curled up really aggressively. First 4 minutes here. Lots of movement. Let's make sure our risk parameters are correct. Risking 1,000. Aiming for 15. Yeah, they're alright. They alright, they alright. If we can get above the 438s, we could see a lot more higher pressure here. Kind of want to do some micro trade to make sure everybody's actually following. You know what I mean? Here's the 412s. Opening print price was the 280s, so up 130 points from here. A little dip we could feel comfortable taking along. We already closed the gap, so. Opening week gap was crushed already. People were bullish today. As soon as we get a little turnaround here, we're gonna try to take it. Opening print price 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes so far. Just finding new prices higher. Some obvious liquidity here at the 430s, which is this previous range. Getting in above that could be interesting. The good thing is we know the direction, right, boys? We just had to be the patient ones enough to find the spot now. We know where this is going. Super strong first 4 minutes. We're up about 140 points off of the opening print price here in 6 minutes. So we know where price wants to go. We just got to be patient. We've already closed the opening week gap. Smushed it. Previous week low. Previous week high. 409 still. Okay. Looking for a spot where this can give us a pullback now. A little bit some decent structure here. Nice little pullback. We're going to take this thing long. We know the direction that this thing is going. We've already got confirmation. 140 points here in the first 4 minutes. 7 minutes now. Well, the first 4 we got there. Been hanging out the last few now. Pushing the 420s again. Clear liquidity here at the 430s. Previous day high, previous day range. 434 previous day high. We already taken that now. Excuse me. We definitely want to join this thing. Just got to find a spot where it makes sense to. 440s now. Super strong 8 minutes. First 15 minutes hasn't even played out yet. We still have news coming at 10. Oh, we also have PMI at 9:45, and then US. Wait, what is the difference? S&P manufacturing IPM, and then ISM. Okay. Big news here coming up. Big news. Smelly smells, my boy Saucy. Good morning, brother. You checking out this market right now? We've gotten 170 points of volatility in the first 9 minutes. 170 points. Whew. She's playing today. We could make some money if we're just doing the thing. This is going to be a big week. There's going to be red folder events all week. So we have big news today, big news tomorrow, big news every day this week, with the biggest one being Friday. So literally all 5 days this week have some crazy good volatility that I would love to be able to be a part of. We just got to keep our accounts going now. Pushing into the 450s. 9 minutes into open here. Nasdaq's only up about 1/3%, so there's a lot of room to move still. Despite this 170 point move, we're moving quite strong. We're looking to go long, obviously. We just got to find a spot now where it makes sense to. Just got to find a spot where it makes sense to. I actually do think I have to change these because I don't want to risk. So it'd be like 400. Sheave. A new live trader. Nice. Wish you the best, buddy. Just followed and liked. Hey, JY. Thank you so much, buddy. It means a lot, man. Appreciate you for stopping in, the kind comment. Good luck on the chart yourself. We got a big week this week. Whole week of red folder events. So lots of volatility all 5 days, with the biggest one actually being Friday with the NFP, non-farm payroll. So lots of opportunity. Let's just make sure we can try to capitalize on it. Good luck, JY. Appreciate the message again, buddy. Getting a dip into the EMA here. Could probably try it. Sylvain, hello, buddy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy to see y'all here. Of course, JY. Welcome, Sylvain. My little French dude, so I'll type it in for you. 417. We're trying the EMA now. I am interested in taking an opportunity on it as well. We just gotta find a spot where this makes sense to turn around. We have over previous day high that we're already dipping into. I guess if we can get back above that and support, that could be an interesting option. We're trying the EMA, trying to get a little below it. I'm French too, LOL, from Quebec. Hell yeah, JY. I got my French dudes. Super cool. Super cool. Sylvain's English is a little, I'm not sure about yours, but he says he doesn't really even know what we're saying most of the time, but he just hangs out for the vibes. So love the energy from Sylvain, and I hope you seem like you're responding pretty good, but hey man, Quebec is sweet. Getting a little bit of a wick now on the top of the other edge there. We want to get in with this thing. We just got to find a spot where it makes sense too, right? Down here, the 350 seems way too far out. Just want this to give us a little bit of structure. We got news here in 2 minutes. Yes, JY and Sylvain. News here in 2 minutes. We're here at the 21,400s roughly. Trying to hold the EMA now. Here at the 14,420s now. Up about 140 points from opening print price. It's the first time we've seen a little bit of selling. Want to see how the buyers react against it. The first 15 minutes hasn't even been set yet. We are just getting in crazy volatility. Something like that, boys. That's kind of what we're looking at. Something like this is what we're looking at here. How was y'all's weekend, though? Sylvain, you have a good weekend, buddy? What'd you do over the weekend? Any plans? I know you said you were just kind of gonna hit the beach. How was the beach? How about you, JY? What'd you do over the weekend, buddy? Giving up the EMA here slightly, it looks like. I don't mind this for structure. I want to see where this decides to try. Make sure our box is accurate, which it looks like it is. It looks like it is. Close enough at least, you know. Here at the 370s. Yeah, it's going to be a good week. We have a lot of volatility this week. Lots of volatility this week, my people. News here. That was the PMI number news. We got more news coming at 10 though, so I drank the whole weekend with my wife and her family. I'm kind of slow today. Hey, that's a good weekend though, JY. No complaints, buddy. And don't worry, we got you. We'll be analyzing for you. That's awesome though. Glad you had a good weekend, buddy. A little alcohol, a little family time. Come on. That's how it should be. A little family time. Getting a test now into the 400s again. See the reaction here. We're taking this thing long today, boys. We just got to find a spot where it makes so much sense. Trying into this price now. "13 minutes till news. Too many people on the beach and very hot. We have thunderstorms." Dang. I mean, hot is kind of a good thing for the beach, right? You kind of want it to be warm, but too many people, we don't want that. I feel you on there. Getting a strong wick now. After sweeping in We're getting a retest for sure. At least back into the opening gap. There's 50% of the 50% of the 50-minute move here. See the reaction. We're gonna take a stab here if we can get a fill. We're going to take a try here. We're only doing one right now. "12 minutes before news. A little risky, but we're going to take it. I want to see this be the bottom. Get back in here for a little fill. Looking for the 73s. We're at the 82s right now. We're only taking one right now. Just trying to get engaged. Brett likes it. Starting to hold a little bit of a bottom here on the 50%. We're going to leave our order. But if it ends up leaving, I think I will be able to add into it. So I might add to a second position here, second contract. Getting a little compression below the EMA now. We're doing 2 contracts now. Going for our first trade here, boys. See if we get a fill. We're 10 points below. Looks like we're going to get a fill here. Got teased, 5-6 points. I want to see this just give us a tap and go. Just got teased again. Come on, let's have a good first trade. We're in. Tight stop, 10 points. Tight points, 10 stop was already out. Okay. Okay, I see you, NASDAQ. Giving up all this move so far. Quite the move. Here we go. Still dipping. I like to see this type of strength. This volatility is what we need, boys. We just want to see it try here. We just tapped into the weekly gap now. Tapped into the weekly gap. Let's see the reaction. Right now, we're just created the V. Straight up, straight back down. Got news here in 9 minutes. Strong V so far. We've gone up. We went up 180 points. Now we're back up only 70 right now. Looking to find a spot to take this thing long. Probably going to be after this 10 o'clock news. We have news here at 10 o'clock. We're offering some decent structure. Strong move so far by the sellers. We're going to take one of the 300s. Just buying one at the 300s. May not get there, but we're going to try and see here. We got 8 minutes till news. We've given up this entire move. Let me just make sure that's not because of the news. Just under, but nothing bad there. Trying into the VWAP. Momentum is strong today, boys. These are brand new fresh XFAs. Yes, they are, sir. Brand new XFAs we passed last week. And we're just going to slow approach them. The selling is pretty strong right now. Makes me think that we should probably be trying the bottom of this 15-minute range instead of the VWAP. But we're going to just take a poke here. I really would prefer a retest on it. Selling is strong. We have 7 minutes left. We're retesting this opening print breakout price. Starting to find a little bit of a bottom, it feels like here. We're going to leave our order at 301. Price is starting to round a little bit before 301, but I don't mind it. Now we're right below VWAP at 302 is VWAP. We're at 301, so I like that. Give us just a dip below the VWAP and get a fill possibly. Six minutes till news. 6 minutes till the big news for the day. It turned just before VWAP there. Interesting. That might be the VWAP touch if we rip back up towards highs. We're going to leave an order at VWAP for now, though. Let me put this to the spot that it should be as well. There we go. Getting a tap now. Getting a tap now. Oh, no way. Just didn't get filled at the VWAP there. That feels criminal. Felt like we definitely should have just been filled there, but you can see the reaction. Buyers just got filled at the VWAP at the 302s. Tyler wasn't a part of it, but that was the direction. Getting back to the EMA now would be the next spot of strength. We're going to put our order here now. And we're going to actually put a double. Let's test this trend line out. Trend line with the EMA. If this breaks through, we should definitely see some continuation. Otherwise, we're definitely going to come back down to the bottom of this wick here. EMA still being respected by this trend line. 4 minutes till news. Be cautious if you're not in a trade right now. See this trend line move. EMA is trying the trend line. Will it have enough to break back up here? Hard for me to short this. Looking for a long. We've already swept into the gap though, so technically we don't need to continue higher, but that's what I'm looking at here, especially with all this generated liquidity. Strong selling. It does. It feels strong. We're trying to get a feel here, though. 3 minutes before news. I don't love this as an entry, honestly. I don't love it as an entry 3 minutes before news, but we'll see what happens. Trying the VWAP again. Want to see buyers that responded earlier respond again. All right. They're not popping up, though. 2 tries, boys. We're down 800. Down 800. We've taken 2 attempts. Both of them I enjoyed. Still trying to hold this VWAP. Let's see what happens here in news. And we're going to take another one. I think we're going up to break this through this trend line through previous highs. This hourly candle wick, though, is the only thing that would make me think maybe we are going to get suppressed. Let's find out, though. Holding VWAP once more. Bottom of the 15-minute trend. 15-minute is 288. One minute here till news. How much points is your stop? 10-point stop. I have a really tight stop with 2 contracts, so about $400. Looking usually for, or obviously however much the trade can offer. I mean, this would have been back to previous highs if we can get a fill down here. That's what I'm really looking for. We're starting to see some structure too. Starting to see some better structure. We just got to be patient here, boys. Next setup, we're going to be a little bit more patient. Wait for the just more setup, more structure. I want to see maybe back above this trend line. Obviously, reclaiming EMA would be strong. Holding VWAP is still very strong. So, technically, we should be in this trade as well. I mean, we're trying to bottom tick. And boom, there's 10 o'clock news, boys. Look at the volatility. Look at the volatility go. Ripping through 15-minute low, 15-minute range here. Interesting. Gonna be interesting. This London low? Yeah, this is London low down here. We gave up. We're back to the low of the 15-minute range. We gave up all 170 points. We went up 170 points, went right back down 170 points. We're below the 15-minute range now and the VWAP. Sellers are showing themselves. Hourly candle inverted. Let's be patient here. Let's be patient here. This is lots of volatility. What is this line doing here? What is this line doing here? Although I am recognizing this. They gave it up, boys. So I think our next spot is going to be here. If we can get back up towards VWAP, we're going to be looking to go short with these cats. At least for the little bit more time being. If we were going to be going long, we would not have given up VWAP there, especially not with such conviction here. So we're going to be looking to take a short if we can get a fill back towards these 290s, which would be the top of this previous range. Targeting. Let me remove this. Targeting probably London overnight low. Give us a touch of this VWAP then. We got to go higher if we're going to get a fill. Give us a fill at this VWAP. We're at the 295 is what we're looking for. Oh, don't tease us. think we just got cooked, boys. We should be in this trade. We're trying to get fill right below the VWAP. EMA is curling right towards our price too, so we better get a fill soon. Otherwise, we're gonna have to adjust our entry. EMA is correct, like right above our candle wick. Almost getting a fill here. Seeing a little bit more push here towards this previous candle high. That should have been enough. Oh. Give us a fill here, Nazi. Still getting compressed below the EMA. The EMA adjusted now, so we might have to adjust our price as well. We're going to go for it. I got in a little earlier than I wanted to, but we have to try to adjust for that EMA curling. This 1500 is going to end up being moved as well. Closer to something like that. We got to see the EMA hold now. Unfortunately, we're above VWAP for our price. So I would like VWAP to curl a little bit here to assist in our trade direction. Man, you just can't catch it right now, boys. Problem is, I like it up here. I'm taking another one. I like it up here. I'm taking another one. Like a retest of this VWAP on the bottom side of it. I want to see the VWAP hold here and this trend line. And if so, we're pushing back closer towards overnight or London low here. Closer to something like this if we can get this to hold. Looking like it's holding a little bit here. Want to see some bigger push from these sellers. The ones that came through earlier on that VWAP move. Want to see a bigger move here. Closing below that other bottom would be pretty good. Getting some wicks. We still got the EMA on our side. Overall, it's not looking too bad yet. These sellers are going to have to continue now. We don't want to see this wick back to the EMA. I want to see this continue a little heavy. At least back down towards this bottom at least. From here we can make a decision how we feel about the trade. Probably break even, and depending on gauge strength, we'll go from there. See this bottom give up here though. Failure to break down here would be a little concerning. We had the VWAP above, trend line, and EMA, but want to make sure we can get some push here. At least towards the bottom of this push. It should be pretty consistent too. It should just be one after the other. If we start getting some support here, this is where it could get scary, boys. We got the trend line on our side though. Here's another try the trend line and the EMA. Seems like sellers are pretty aggressive. Seems like they're loading aggressively here. We might be okay to be patient. We got London low down at the 170s. That was also a test back into the 15-minute range. We'll see here if they can get back in it. That wouldn't be ideal for our position. I want to see the sellers be aggressive here, which they're appearing to be. That's a good closure for us. If that closes like that, that is some decent selling pressure. Now, the only thing we need to see with good selling pressure is continuation, right? Otherwise, the other team's strong. I think this is at least enough for a break even now. It just sucks because our break even is still very, very vulnerable. But if this starts holding support, we're going to be on the wrong side of it in general. If the sellers aren't here. We got to see the selling here continue to support and hold this. Really, we need to see this trend line here to break on the bottom side of it now. Otherwise, we may be in trouble. EMA's curling again here. Got to be cautious of that. And we're back in the 15-minute range. Yeah, boys, this might end up being a wash for us right now. Yeah, they turned around. They turned around on us very quickly there, which now makes me know where we're heading, in my opinion, that we're going back up. That was our breakdown to see if we could get the bottom hold. It wouldn't go. EMA's curling back. We're going to take an order down. We only have one more attempt before these XFAs are muddled as they call it. Strong recovery. We're back above the trend line now. Shit. Yeah, Sylvain. Pain there, buddy. We were hoping for a lower break. Couldn't quite get it, but it's okay. We're now going to be taking a long here. A long at the VWAP for our final life, gentle plants. Final life here. Get a fill to 99s. We just got teased. Back above the VWAP now. Give us a little fill. Little Philly. Here at the 99s, looking for a fill on our last attempt of these XFAs. We were down. We were up like what? I don't even know. 30 points on that move there. Couldn't get the break further though. I think looking back at it, if I was trading this completely properly, the move I should have did was put a break even on once we got support above that price or below that price, because people were already on our side, and that if they did regain or re-lose, we were going to lose these 10 points anyways. But I just didn't like that it was right at a spot where I figured we could try again anyways. We're balancing right above the VWAP right now. We're looking for a fill right below it. Seeing if the VWAP can hold us here, boys. Otherwise, we are cooked. I want to see the buyers load up here. I want to see the buyers load up on the VWAP here. Like they were earlier. We already got above it. Above the trend line now. And that does not a good candle closure for us, gentlemen. I think this is it for us. I think our life here is over. EMA's curling below the VWAP as well. It's not good. EMA's curling, so it's going to keep reaching down. Now it's probably going to go to that bottom. And that is painful, gentlemen. Oh, couldn't get it done today. Couldn't get it done today. That is the funness of trading right here live for you guys. When it happens, it happens. When it doesn't, it doesn't. And we got cooked. I don't mind our trades. I really don't. EMA's curling now. We're probably going to go reach towards this bottom. Now we reset and come back again tomorrow, boys. It's going to be a very volatile week. We're going to see lots of movement this week. I mean, this is really annoying. This is the second time that happened last week too, where we just had a complete V. I don't know where it was. I think it was right here and also here, where we just give all the moves back within like 8-9 minutes, and then we're gonna end up continuing, but not with Tyler. Not with Tyler. This VWAP is now holding, but it doesn't matter because we're already out of the trade, boys. VWAP getting chopped. Yes, it is, JY. And actually, I am a part of that. I feel like this is going to be... It just needed a little bit more support here. We gave up below it, and now we're just kind of choppy, like you said. It needs a little bit more support here. Get a little break here. Go up, boy Manazzi. Failure to break up means we have a chance. Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody else is cooked out of this, though. Well, I don't even know how we got this trade in, but this is it for the attempts here, boys. I want to see this trend line and VWAP hold. Buyers are trying, but there's clear compression here at these 320s. Oh, she's still alive, eh? Still alive, Bubba. It's got to go quickly here, though. Otherwise, it's getting compressed. Here at the trend line still. If it's gonna be supported, it's gonna be soon. Otherwise, we're just gonna break back down. This is quite a bear flag. I'll just say that real quick. Nice pull coming in. Nice ascending triangle with lower liquidity. So if it doesn't break up here soon, gentlemen, we are definitely going to be looking at potential lower prices here. Other side of the trend line now, back towards VWAP. Yeah, this trade might be a wash. Below this trend line is unideal, for sure. I guess more accurately, the trend line would be something like this. I want to see price get supported right here. It's very whippy though, very whipsaw-like. Not being able to break above these 30s is a problem so far. Every time we're trying, we're getting wicked back in. Looks like we're getting a little push now trying. Still, same thing. Price got to the 30s there. 25 and still being held down. But I just want to say I appreciate everybody being here, hanging out. You know, we're all growing together, learning together, doing the thing. If you haven't yet, hit the like button, please. Subscribe if you're not. And, yeah, we'll be here doing it all week. We have a big week of trading ahead. Red folder week. Every day has some big news. We just had the 10 o'clock news, which you saw the reaction there. Can this get above the 20s, 30s here? Otherwise, this is going to be a cook for this trade. Has not been able to move yet. Shouldn't be compressing this long. But yeah, it's gonna be a big volatile week. We already circane these accounts, it looks like, to the volatility. But yeah, that's what we got to do as traders, right? Put on risk, be okay with it, and look to see what happens. It's trying. Price is getting compressed now by the EMA. It's trying, but it cannot get above these 20s. These 20s have been the obstacle of this trade this entire time. Failure to give up the VWAP EMA here will be no good for our trade. Failure to give up EMA here will be no good for our trade. This is looking like quite a bear flag, to be completely transparent with you. Look at this. Nice pull. Nice descending triangle here. And we keep getting compressed below this price to give us a spot for shorts to get in. If we can get above this, though, we should get a little rip. If we can get above these 30s, the problem is shorts have just been loading here. Shorts have just been loading up here, though. Makes it hard to assume we're going to get a breakout. The longer we hang around here, I don't know. All right, we're getting a little bit of a pop now. Enough at least for a break even. And now we wait. We either trade for 15-minute range high here, which is what we're looking at, or, yeah. Bummer. Bummer that it took all of our lives to get here, gentlemen. And this is the only one active. All the other ones were cooked. Damn. Yeah, it's a shame. It took us all of the... took us our whole lives. And we were just off by a tick. See if this can continue now. Otherwise, we're breaking back into this range. We did just sweep all of that liquidity up there. So for us to break back down is definitely possible back into this bear flag we were talking about. Our break even is on, but really, I mean, this is pretty washed. We're going to get broke even here. And I think we actually could see some lower prices. Compressed below EMA and VWAP right now. How likely is this to get back above these 20s area? That was difficult previously. Trading back into that wick right now. Going to be a big candle, or a big candle, yeah, decision candle from the buyers here. If they can reclaim that, then they might still be pushing higher. Strong move. Definitely a strong move. I want to see it continue. At least get a closure here. Price is a little slow right now. I think if we can get back above these 30s, these 40s, we could look for some continuation. Otherwise, right now, we're just hanging out. We got a break even on. Got our target back towards the top of this 15-minute high. Yeah. For now, we just wait. Clear obstacles here at the 30s. Clear obstacle here at the 50s. Price is struggling to get higher. As you can see, we're starting to round. Here's the 30s being tried now. Can they get above it? Here at the 30s and the 40s. Next obstacle is going to be the 50s. I can't believe that. That's how close we were, gentlemen. to having all these accounts where we need it. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Oh, this is the trade we were looking to get into. We just got cooked on it. Let's go, Sylvain. Getting into hold here at the VWAP. I'm just bummed out on our first try when it broke through the VWAP and we tried again. Where did we try? We tried like... Oh, we tried right here. And then it broke through again on us. And we got along at like 300 and it went down to 79. So stopped us out 20 points. That little stop stopped us from having this trade beyond with 4 different accounts. Super frustrating. But we be patient. Back towards a 50%. This could be the spot where this trade is satisfied with. But now that we're above the VWAP, I don't really think so. I think we go see higher. I really do. My only worry about this trade right now is we could get to this 50% of this 15 minutes and then push back towards this lower liquidity here. The initial balance low. Bummer. Like, it's great, but like I can't believe we just barely got cooked on our other entries there. It's just we're so close to having these 4 accounts activated in there. Oh, it's going to be a giant week, though, boys. Lots of volatility this week. There's going to be a lot of opportunity to make some money. So just be excited. Be on the sides. Be patient. Find an opportunity where it makes sense. I might have to adjust. I might be adjusting my 10-point stop that I'm usually pretty strict with for these conditions for this week. This week's going to offer, like right here, for example. As soon as we saw us break below VWAP, reclaim really strong with this candle, and then we bought the retest of the VWAP for this continuation here, all we should have done is retry this. Obviously, hypothetically, like, oh, try the trend line instead. But had we just had a little bit bigger of a stop there, we could have been in participation with all this. So just something I'm considering. I mean, there's going to be a lot of volatility this week and lots of points to be made. So it's going to be such a good week, boys. Like, the volatility that's going to be in front of us. Oh, my goodness. Opportunity to change our families' existences. Let's get it. Here at the 375s. We're trying this 50% right now. I don't really want to see it be held up here. I'd like to see us break through this 50% of the 15-minute range and really get some continuation if we're going to get towards this 15-minute range high here. But for now, we just wait. You know? VWAP was supported again, so it's kind of what we're looking at right now. We have break even on. She don't matter anyway, so. Oh, Brett, that was so. Oh, dude. Oh, we were right there, Saucy Man. Oh, shoot, boys. This should have been a beautiful. This should have been. Ugh. If that 6,300 takes profit, and that should have been times 5 for a 30K a day, I'm gonna be a little sad, a little bit sad. But it was our fault. We tried swinging a little too early a couple times. You know, just a couple times there. Crazy. Just absolutely wild, mates. It's 10:30 now. About 30 minutes till Europe closes. We're perfectly in the balance in the middle of the 15-minute range. We went up, we went down. Now we're just kind of hanging out. Curling into the EMA, which is also acting at the 50% line. So I like that for potential support here. We're at the 377s. These prices were easily bought earlier. So if we can get back to the 400s, I think that would be amazing. Getting this back to the 400s could be very good for us. Still finding a decent little structure here at the EMA and the 50%. For our trade, we want to see this continue, no doubt. Into the 400s would be ideal here. $380, come on. Let's see the 400s try. Get a push to the 400s. Got to get above this previous high here. I'm expecting it to with some speed if it does. Hey. I'm expecting it to have some speed if it does. What's up, everybody hanging out, though? Say what's up in the chat. If you're new, like if you haven't, subscribe if you're not. You know, all that jazz. Let's watch this trade either bring us to TP or to break even. Either bring us to Valhalla or the bottom of Alala. Lollapalooza. Lollapalooza. Getting a pop now off this support that we were looking for. Escape the Matrix. What's up, buddy? Happy to see you here hanging out. Nah, take the profit. Bro, I can't do it. And let me tell you why. Because A, I can't just for my reasons. I got to let this trade play out. But B, because it doesn't matter, man. We were trying so hard. We had 5 accounts this morning. We were catching them all. Trying to catch this move. There's going to be a lot of volatility this week. And so I poked at this. Where did I poke? I poked here for a long. Gave up points here for a long. I think I tried here for 1. Here for twice. And then once it broke up here, I tried to short here for 3. Was in 1,000. Didn't take it. And then our 4th stop out was right on this last try. We're trying to go long with this move. And we got kicked, bro. So basically, I only have 1 account anyways. So there's no point of selling it. It's a good trade, man. But it should have been. This should be times 4. Not even just by itself. So I'm kind of muddled on it. There's going to be a lot of opportunity this week. This week is going to be massive. We're going to have red folder event after red folder event, with Friday being the biggest one with NFP, non-farm payroll. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of opportunity, and I don't want to let that pass. So I'm either going to make some money or spend some money, which means this is either going to get the break profit. Actually, no matter what, even if this gets to the 6,300 profit, we're going to be trading this one by itself and be taking some combines and trying to get those going again just for the week that we have ahead of us. Here we go, trying the 390s now. There's the 400s being popped. 400s finally getting some action. $400s getting some action. Let's see it hold now. Appreciate you stopping in, though. Escape the Matrix. Hope you're having a good day yourself, buddy. Good trading day. We have a good week ahead of us, gentlemen. So let's do it. Let's just have a good week, huh? Back into the 400s now. 390s back to that high where we were just at, where we just broke from. Ideally, we don't see all this get given back. Ideally, we don't see this all get given back. Make sure you close green for the day, bro. Hey, good advice, man. Good advice, brother. Definitely going to be the goal. I mean, up at that 6,300, we're 4,300 up on this one, so I don't know. Take that profit. Line is a little scary, my friend. Yes, sir. That take profit line is a little scary, he says. Why you think so, Saucy Man? Sylvain supports it. What's scary about that 40, that little 21,456 up there? You know, is it because it's at the top of the range? Because should we be looking for higher? Is that what you're telling me, Sauce? We should be looking for, like, break into, like, the 5s. It's going to be interesting here. Really it is. We had a nice break there of the 400s. We got to get back into the 400s, though. That is going to be the goal. Get back into the 400s from here. Nah, but for real, I see 10 people in here. If I could see, like, I think our record on a video is like 5 likes. So, I mean, just 1 out of every 2 people in here hit that button, we'd break our record. And that would be something. So, I'd appreciate that, you gentlemen. You gentle plants, you gentle fish. Otherwise, subscribe if you're not. Let's get it. Big week ahead of us. Right even with the high. So, you want me to front run it by a point, Saucy? Or you want me to back run it by a point? You want me to break the high, or you want me to be front running the high here? Getting a try back to the 400s. Getting above 4 is going to be very important for this trade here. 400 is going to be the obvious obstacle. I would love to say yes, but you're in a good trade even though it's only one account. That's still money in your hands. It is. This is dollars in my hands, but it's one account. This should be... I just want to like... oh, God. We were... I would love to say yes. So what, you think we're going to break the high, Sauce? Wait, what do you mean you'd love to say yes? Here at the 400 still. We got to get above this with some energy for some continuation. We got to get above this with some energy for some continuation now. Bro, I got to the 1500. Sylvain! W's in the chat for Mr. Sylvain. Hey! He passed an account. Sylvain. Hey, W's in the chat. Boys, I just seen the chart now. No bueno for us. Appreciate the 8 likes, though. 8 likes is a record for us, gentlemen. So thank you so much for that. And now we're just stuck here. We saw the 400s fail. We're back to the 360s. And now we just wait for the rotation. We're either going to get a rotation back towards VWAP or continue. For now, we just wait and find out. Appreciate all the likes, though. That's a new record for us. W's for Sylvain. Someone else give me some W's for Sylvain. He's got a first passed account. That was his first time doing that. So W's is awesome. I would love to say yes, but on breaking the high, but taking the profit before it seems like a solid play. I like that, Brett. I do. I like what you're saying. I see what you're seeing. But the thing about it is that we have diamond hands. Yes, Sylvain. Oh, so happy for you, bro. First passed account, funded on Topstep. Boom. That's what it takes. Showing up every day. Showing up every day and be okay with the losses when they happen because it's just a part of the game, gentlemen. Oh, Brett wants me to take the profits, huh? Well, I'm not going to lie to you. Now that we failed this 400, not as ideal, but I still don't mind it. We're still supporting the 50% rind here. Actually, we're on the other side of it now. So that was a big candle. That was a big selling candle at the 38 at the 400 price. It really, truly was. Hey, JY showing some love to Sylvain. He deserves it. Takes a lot of effort to pass an account, to just be the perseverance, to become funded and do this thing over and over, even you get kicked in the mouth. But he showed up, he did it, and that's what we're all about here, boys. Back to the 370s, back to the EMA here. This is going to be an interesting spot. If we reclaim this, that will be bullish. Otherwise, it looks a little scary. Thank you, bro. Of course, Sylvain, dude. That's hype. You just gave me energy. Just inspired me, bro. You've been here doing it. Been here doing it, and now you're passing accounts. That is what it's about. Here at the 370s, here at the EMA, which is also about the 50% of the first 15-minute range. We're kind of just in here right now. Reclaiming EMA here would be pretty bullish for us. Getting back above the 50% mostly is why it would be bullish for us. Push back towards that previous high, the 400s, is going to be the next obstacle here. Next obstacle is going to be the previous high. If the buyers can even get above the EMA here. Failure to do so could bring us lower. That short that loaded up at 36, this is at 1038. That short that loaded up there, he had a good fill, so he won't be too worried until we get back towards the 400s. If we get him underwater, we should be clear till high there. Compressing below the EMA and the 50% though isn't ideal. We want to see the bulls reclaim that if we want some continuation for this trade. If that's what we're looking for, that's what we need to see here. About 18 minutes till Europe closes at 11. Giving back up at the EMA. Now we're back to the 360s. Here's kind of what I'm looking at. If we want to see this continue, got to see this flag break at the bottom. Got a nice flag. Otherwise, we could be seeing lower prices. Sylvain took a long and passes accounts. So dope. We're back to wash, boys. We're always going to have some more structure being built. Overall, if you zoom out, it's a pretty sideways day, right? I mean, opening print price, bam, pushed up 170, which is insane. Gave back all the way down to, I don't even know, another 60 below that, so 230. So we went up 170, down 230, and then we're right back sideways into the 15-minute range. Sellers looking like they got it right now. Not going to expect any continuation until we get back above this trend line, back above the EMA. It's kind of the only thing we could be looking for some continuation. Some continuation. The hourly candle isn't bad. Nothing about it makes me think we're going to go down. Getting above this trend line and the EMA would be great for our position here. I'm not a fan that the EMA is exactly at that 50% though. It's going to be a clear obstacle. It's going to be a clear obstacle here. We're now on the other side of this little temporary intermediate trend line. Reclaiming it here with some strength, especially the VWAP and that 50% of the 50-minute range would be pretty bullish. Would make me think we might have a chance to see the continuation we're looking for here. We got to see a price get above that EMA, though. Man, I am so excited for this week, gentlemen. We have so much opportunity at our hands. We can retire our families. You know, we just got to stay focused, stay dialed in. Red folder event week. Biggest day being Friday with an NFP, non-farm payroll. Back to the 370s now. We got to get into the 80s. We got to hold above this trend line. The 400s is our next obstacle, right? At that previous high. If we can get back into the 400s, we should be golden here. Back into the 400s, we should be okay. We got to hold this EMA. You guys see that Happy Gilmore 2? The trailer just came out for that. I just saw that before I hopped on stream. I was so excited. I watched it like 3 times. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be hilarious. Love Adam Sandler. He's such a talent and just being a genuine human being. Hilarious as well. It looks like we're failing the EMA a little bit here. I want to see this get supported. If we're going to see some continuation now, we have to get it back above that 50% for the 15-minute range. $14 minutes here till Europe closes at 11. Let's see what we get. Failure to break there. We got to see this hold. We're starting to form a little bit of a bottom. A little bit of a bottom here at the 50s that was supported once, twice, and now trying to support it again here. If we can't support this and get back above this high at the 370s, we might be looking for some rotation lower. EMA is still right here at the 68.70s, which is the 50% line. Getting above this would be great. Decent candle from the buyers. Makes me think that they are here trying to support. We're back to the EMA now. 376s. We got to see the support push us back towards the 380s. Above this little range. We get back above this range. Our next obstacle is going to be the 400s. Hey. Hey. Here at the 76s, we don't want to see this wick like it's trying to tease. We got to see a strong closure here from the bulls. Don't want to see this tease a wick here. Otherwise, the shorts are showing their strength. Yeah, we're going sideways here. Compression. Not ideal for our continuation that we're looking for. We wanted to see that kind of continue to hold the EMA. We got back above the EMA and the 50%. We would have really preferred to see those hold. Let's see what happens now. Straight here at the 366s. $370s. We got to see this continue to try to hold above that previous range here. You can see every time we're getting to this top at the 379s-ish, we're getting a sell. But we've created a bottom as well, so this is just a tight little range. And we want to see it break. Compression, we're exactly at the 50% of the 15-minute range, right? So you look over here, 15-minute range, we went up, kind of held down. And now we're holding exactly at it, slightly below it though, so that's not ideal. We want to see that really start to separate, get back towards that 380 obstacle, and then the 400 obstacle. Otherwise, we could be seeing lower. Nasdaq's trying it though. Can it hold the 370s? Get back above that 380, which has been a little obstacle. There's the 80s now. Let's see it hold. We got to see a candle closure hold. Get above that previous shoulder, right? So this other range here around these 85s. Get a closure there. We should be able to see the 400s try. And if we can see the 400s try, then we could maybe make some money here. Back to the EMA again. The lack of continuation is slightly concerning. Failure to go up means we must go where? I don't know. I don't know. Holding the 50% still in the EMA. I don't mind this for bullish structure. If we get above the 80s here and back above those 400s, we should be golden. Or back towards those 400s. Here's the 80s. Got to see a closure here, though. Can't keep wicking out of here. Got to get above this little range. Got to see these sellers get stomped. Stomped right out. The seller at that 400, if we can get him underwater, we're Valhalla to 450s. No doubt about it. Holding the 80s right now. Is it still beneficial to look at the 15-minute opening range after the next roughly 15 minutes after that pretty much took everything back? I think so. Brett, I pretty much, no matter, if you look back like in a lot of the days, no matter what, that first 15-minute range for some reason is just a big, like, how I think about it is the time frame participants that are engaging in that are usually higher, like they're higher time frame, they have a lot more money, they have a lot bigger leverage, so they can manipulate and move the market more. And so the levels that are created within that first 15 minutes are usually pretty supported. Like even now, I mean, just take a peek, like we went sideways completely at this range, at this 50% every time we've gotten there. We had here, broke through, went back, now we're supporting it again. Like it is still showing relevance, even though it's not like exactly tick for tick. Like I didn't take a short at the top here. You know what I mean? Like it's not tick for tick, but it's another range, another level for you to start playing predictions off of or ideas off of. But it is extremely beneficial. It will probably hold, this range will hold true for the rest of the day. Like, this will always be the low of the 15 minutes that we respected and pushed back into. This will always be the high. Like, look what happens when we did break out of it, right? We broke to the bottom. As soon as we reclaimed it again, we never gave it back up. This was why I was even willing to take the long in the first place. It was once we reclaimed into that 15, I had a feeling we were going to go the other way. Word, I like that. Thanks for explaining that. No problem, brother. First 15 minutes is relevant. We're at the 376s, though. It looks like we wicked back out of the 80s again. Don't love to see that. I don't love to see that. I would have liked to see some continuation. Oh, some continuation. Oh. Back at the EMA, back below the 50%. Here at the 70s. Got to see the buyers take this thing higher. Otherwise, the short that loaded up here at the 378 at the 400's got a really good fill that we may not get another test of. Otherwise. Still getting compressed below that 50%. It's really not ideal for our trade here. We got to the other side of the range and was continue to be held here. New bottom is at this 357s that I believe was being supported, but we see a trade down here now. This continuation to where we're looking for maybe cooked. Well, we got the VWAP on our side by 12 points now, so there's really no reason to. We either get break even or we take our money, boys. Like, that's all we got. That's all we've got. Finding some selling now. Us getting held at that 380 back up there is an indication that this could be our reality. We might be getting cooked. Ooh, excuse me. No matter what, though, we got a good price. We got a good price. We got to see. I mean, the buyers, they're not giving up, right? Like, they're not giving up on this move. It's just slowing down quite a bit. Just slowing down quite a bit. Buyers reclaim the 50% so far. Excuse me. Kept this bottom true. Kept this bottom to 350H true, and we're back to the EMA, and we're back to the 50%. We got to see some continuation here back towards those 80s if we really want this to be the move. We're at a battle price, though, right? Price is just going sideways, so we're at a good spot where buyers and sellers are agreeing. There's really no one taking control. Now we just got to hope some buyers come in and buy this market up. Back to the 80s. It's a big move from the buyers. They got to get above these 80s now. Get above this previous shoulder. And we should be clear to possibly the 400s. They're at the 380s. Don't want to see this get held by the 380s again. That would be no bueno. No bueno. No bueno. 285s. Can we get above there? I want to see that seller that got in at the 400s get a little bit underwater here. We can get it back above the 400s. That seller that loaded up at the 38s there, he's going to be a little nervous. Maybe not nervous, but he's going to be feeling it. We're at the 390s now. 10 more points and he'll officially be kind of underwater. Come on, Sylvain. Blow it. Blow it up. Blow it up. Get to that TP now. We're holding above the 380s. That is a good sign so far. We reclaimed that push. The sellers tried, but the buyers held it. We're back to the 390s. If we can get to the 400s, that's going to be a beautiful spot. The seller that loaded up here at the 48s, 1038, took a big order down at the 400s. If we can get it back above that, woo-wee, squeeze them boys out of their profits. Start reversing, start adding back. We get some pushback towards the top of the range. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 2 minutes till Europe closes. I traditionally would be calling the stream here, but I don't got to go to work today, and we have a trade, so I might as well just be hanging out, holding on with you guys, seeing what happens here. This has been my longest trade yet, anyways. This has been a while. And it's so bummer. It should have been ×4, gentlemen. Oh. This is it, though. This is the week. Getting a push now, closer to these 400s. There it is. There's a pop. See that continue now. Don't want to see this get wicked. I want to see those sellers that got in the 400s get nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like that nerves, like the little ooh, where they're like, kind of like, ooh, should I get in my position? Oh my God, it's going up. Is it going to keep going up? Oh my God. Scare all those shorts out. We got this previous range here at the 420s. That's going to be the next obstacle. Otherwise, we should be able to see the top of this 50-minute range take. Here's the 400s again. Don't want to see it wick. Want to see some continuation. $404. Let's see 410s. And then the 20s. Once this 420 previous high breaks, we should be... I mean, I don't want to say it's like all done, but we should be seeing okay here. Sellers are still loading up at the 400. You can see the reactions. Just got to get enough of them underwater. Here's a push to the 410s now. See some continuation. Let's see some continuation here. At the 410s, 412s. Previous high at the 419s. We're target 456. It's too beautiful. It's really just too beautiful. Can we get above these 12s now? Get above this previous range at the 419s. Back to the 400s, but we've been hanging out above about the 410s. So all those shorts that loaded into 400s, they're underwater, right? They're starting to feel it. They're starting to feel it. Get curious about their position. If we can get above this previous high, the 419s, they're going to feel it even some more. Might be enough to add out of their position, which would be buying back, which would be bringing the market up, which would be pushing it closer towards our profit target. Come on, come on, come on. 410s, we got to see a hold here. 419s, the next obstacle. Here at the 400s, we got to see this continue to hold above the 400s. Europe closes officially came and gone. It's 11:03 now. W's for our longer stream so far. Still hanging out the 400s with some decent structure. I don't mind to see this potentially trying to break higher here. I don't like that we're exactly at this other wick or the other range top, but that's just what it is. Dipping into the 400s again here. And that seller loaded up again there. Interesting. Really interesting. That's twice now that we've had a really strong reaction at the 400s. So both times we've supported that. Which makes me think that this might be the end of this trade here, boys. That was an ugly candle. That was an ugly candle that seller loaded up on again, it feels like. It was an interesting candle. I feel like that was the exact same candle as we just saw here. The seller loaded up at the 400s. He was in profit for a little while. We ended up pushing back. He got underwater. He added again at the 407s. So now we wait. He's short in the markets. He's short in that 400 level. He's short in the 400 level. Back to the 380s. I like being up above the 4s, but he got it. I'm getting cooked today. I'm glad it's only a practice account. Hey, buddy. That is why we practice. It's okay, Saucy. It's okay. That's why we practice, buddy. You can see I got cooked. I should be chilling times 5 right now on these, but no. I don't love being back at this 380 range. I liked being above at the 400s there. That seller that added back into that position twice is a little heavy-handed. He's a little heavy-handed, but our hands are diamond, you know? Loading back up the EMA here. This is going to be the only interesting spot. Scary to gauge. We got to see some continuation from the buyers here. I don't exactly love the structure here for just green, so that to me means we have to build some more structure. The seller that loaded in there twice might be the indication that this move is cooked. He loaded in there twice pretty heavy. But the buyers, though, still hanging out the 380s. We're below the EMA, compressing below the EMA slightly here. Buyers got it back to the 400s. That one heavy candle came in with some strong selling to push us back. But it's got to find some continuation. Otherwise, if you can't sell it, you got to buy it. 390s. Get this 400 seller back under some water now. Come on, boys. Next obstacle is going to be this previous range where we died from twice now and had the first initial slowdown here as well. So these 415s, 410s area, very big obstacle. We got to reclaim that. Otherwise, we're going to see just sideways action some more. And at the 390s. Let's see a push to the 400s now. Still decent selling structure for a short if you're reloading at these 400s. If I was a short, or if I was looking at this, I could be You could be looking at the 400s to load. That is why we get practice accounts, Saucy. Well, we gave up the 390s, back towards the 375s. It's not the structure I would have loved to see, boys. That was a short structure, like I was mentioning before. We were slowly building back towards that level. This might be a very long trade, like a couple hours, so. Depending on what happens here, I might be calling stream here a little early, or not a little early. We're past time, but call the stream here and then let this just settle off a stream. I mean, it's not that big of a deal for you guys. There's only one account. I'm only dealing with one account here, so yeah, it's nothing spectacular. We had our fun. We'll continue to see what happens, but I think I'm going to do it off of stream. Great stream, though, boys. I had such a good time. We had record likes today, had good viewership. It's going to be a very volatile week. So get your things in order that you got to do to being able to participate with it. Lots of opportunity, lots of volatility. And yeah, we'll make some money. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Crush the charts if you are. Or crush whatever you're doing. If it's spreadsheets or, you know, mowing the lawn or whatever it is. Just give it your all. Drink some water. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9 a.m., probably 9:30. And we'll do it again. Peace.